Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Mark 11 verse 24. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long. I haven't dropped a makeup tutorial basically the entire year. And I was like, you know what? I'm not about to let the year end without me dropping a makeup tutorial because I'm not carrying this attitude into 2024. Quite possible. So today I'm going to do a updated full glam makeup routine. The products that I always use vary, but the routine pretty much stays the same. There's little tweaks here and there, but it's pretty much the same. So yeah. So let's start off with the base. Okay, the base before the base. So I like my skin to be radiant throughout. There's no season where I want matte, no. I always do radiant makeup, especially in the winter because you're going to be applying a lot of powders onto your face and that could potentially dry out your skin. You want your skin to be extra moisturized, especially if you have dry skin. You probably can't tell, but in the winter I have dry skin, so I overcompensate with my hydration. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I feel like this cream, it took some getting used to for me personally. It's quite thick, but I feel like that's great. That's what I need for the winter. Put that on my face, apply that onto my face. This does have a scent. I would say obviously try out the product before you actually go and splurge. Maybe get a sample of the travel size first to really see if you like it, and then, you know, run with that. See if it doesn't react to your skin. It doesn't react to my skin and I have sensitive skin. I feel like in the winter you could actually get away with not wearing a primer because there's not a lot of heat and stuff like that. So the primer I'm going to use, the Milk Hydra Grip Primer. I'm going to take that on my cheeks. And this is what happens when you don't let it completely dry, but that's okay because I'm going to let it dry now with the Hydra Grip Primer. I use the Hydra Grip Spray as well, but this is like a refreshing spray. But I'm going to use it before my makeup. This is how your skin should be looking. You should be looking like a glazed donut. Okay? Glazed donut before you do your makeup. So moving on to my brows, I'm going to take this Ilia brow pencil. It's dark brown, but it's a lot on the lighter side. It's not as deep as other dark brown pencils are. And I like that because one, it gives me like a natural finish, and two, my actual hair is brown. And with my brows, it's like a rough guide. I don't really finish my brows until like the end. To conceal my brow, I'm just going to take a Huda Beauty concealer in the shade Salted Caramel. And this is the Faux Filter Concealer. I don't like my underbrow concealer to be too harsh. If it is, I just mix it in with my foundation. But I'm going to take a really small amount of that concealer. I'm just going to blend that in. This is a brush by Trigger Cosmetics. It's called the T10. I'm just going to blend that in. So moving on to foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. This is the Luminous foundation. So I'm going to take 1.5 pump of that foundation. Kind of just spread it out on my hand. 3 strokes. I'm going to take this brush by Kiko Cosmetics, and this is the F14 brush. I love this foundation brush so much. I'm just going to blend that into my skin and just look at how this foundation just becomes my skin. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good. So if you like the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, but you want a bit more glow to it, this is the foundation. Okay, so this is what my skin is looking like. Yeah, so I'm going to take these concealers. They're by Chem Beauty Like Butter. Super Coverage Soft Creamy Concealer. So this is Truffle and this is Toffee Nut. So I'm going to take Truffle. So it's very thick, very full coverage here and on my nose. Bear in mind I haven't gone in for a second dip. This is all like one dip. Top of my lip, my chin, around my mouth, and then I always like to use the back for my forehead. Whatever is left, I just connect it to my mouth. So this is all one dip of concealer. I just spread it out with the applicator. Sometimes I'll put it on the back of my hand, but I will spread it out. That way, one, it's easier to blend, and if it does dry down, I won't have any issues blending it out. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna blend this out. A lot of concealers these days, they have like a self-setting technology. I went to a masterclass with Huda and they explained that to me, and I was like, that makes so much sense. Some of them, if they're like matte concealers or high coverage, they will dry down really, really quickly. Just so it's easier when it comes to like setting, or you don't have to wait for it to like dry down. Unless it's like a super hydrating concealer. But even when it does dry, it's not like stuck, like and hard to blend. It still blends out really, really nicely. So I'm just gonna blend that all out. Like, oh, I'm just gonna take that underneath my eyes. I haven't tried the powders yet, but I definitely need to try them now. Like they have Chem Beauty has powders that I need to try definitely. And whatever's left on the sponge, I just take up my eyelid a little bit because there's absolutely nothing on my eyes. I'm gonna move on to brightening, but because the concealer's dry down quick, I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Camo Concealer and I'm going to bronze my face. This is a very, very deep concealer. It is rich ebony, and trust me, it is rich. As you can see, I've applied a very small amount because a little goes a long way, and I love that because it's literally less than £10. If you're looking for an affordable full coverage concealer, the Rimmel concealers, they're really, really good. And obviously the e.l.f. that I just showed you. And then blend out the sides. Oh, this might be a lot, but trust me, it's gonna rhyme. It's gonna rhyme, don't worry. Now I'm gonna go in with the Toffee Nut concealer shade. It's not crazy bright, but it's brighter. Yes, and then along my nose. I don't really use the brighter concealer for any other place. It's just like my under eyes and my nose. Just gonna blend out that. And honestly, blending is your best friend. Finding a sponge that is very, very soft and not too hard, not too stiff. You want a flexible, soft sponge. And I'm just gonna blend out this under eye. I kind of like drag it down as well into my upper lip. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Legend setting powder. So usually I would use banana bread. I ran out of banana bread, so I tried Blondie. And Blondie, she gives that natural, banana bread gives that highlighted effect. That is great. But sometimes you just want it to be a bit subtle. So today I'm going to use Blondie. And this is what the powder shade looks like. It's quite yellow. So I'm going to take this sponge. I know some people are going with straight with a powder puff, but personally I like to go with the one that I use to apply my concealer, and then I'll get my powder puff. I feel like it just marries it well, because my powder puff is dry and I don't like to mix dry and wet. I just go with the sponge that I use to apply my concealer. I thought it was going to dull it down when I use Blondie, but it doesn't. It just maintains what you already have there. And you literally just want to pat it in, and then I just take the excess on my nose. To bronze my face, I'm using the Juvia's Place Duo Bronzer palette, and this is in the shade Deep Dark. Dark is there, but dark is not as deep as I like it. Another bronzer that I really like is the Revolution Pro Sculpting Bronzer in the shade Enrobe. It's a lot more red and rich, kind of like Mocha Mami by Fenty Beauty, but a little less red. So I'm going to use that on the other side just to show you what it looks like. But I'm going to show you. And a little goes along. Oh, see? So that's what it looks like. So now I'm just going to mix the two since we're already here. I'm just going to do my forehead. This is by Truffle Cosmetics. I'm going to take the powder puff and I'm going to go in with Blondie. And I'm just going to lightly bake. I like to dust a little bit of my bronzer on my eyelids as well. Sometimes. I'm going to do that today. Just a small amount. Then I'm going to go in with this eyeliner. It's by Emolyne. This eyeliner is so good. So I'm going to line my eyes. The blush I'm going to use is the Kiko Milano High pigment in the shade 08. It's just this burnt orange type of colour. I feel like oranges are perfect for like the winter. Just gonna add that on the other side too. It's really subtle. Like if you're not really a blush person and you're looking for like a subtle blush, this is the perfect blush because it merges so well with your bronzer. Okay, then I'm gonna take this Tilbury Cosmetics T28 brush to just dust off the excess powder. I'm just going to use my powder puff and just blend everything in. I'm just going to set the rest of my face real quickly. I'm going to take a Charlotte Tilbury airbrush spray. Okay, so this is what my face is looking like once everything is set. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Seeker highlighter. And I'm going to take this. I just feel like they do the best highlighters because it's always like so dewy and not powdery. I hate when highlighters are powdery. The smallest amount onto the high points of my cheekbone, like so. And my forehead, if you really want to shine, apply highlighter to your forehead. And then my nose. And then my inner corners. And then I like to take my blush on top of my nose highlighter, or the excess blush. I just feel like it merges everything together. I just realized I didn't use a liquid blush today. And then here is where I would go in and fill in my brows again. I'm going to take the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow mascara and do my bottom lashes. So I'm just going to use these lashes that I got from Amazon. These lashes are, well, they give you like that fluffy lash look, wispy. It's just too good. I'm just going to take a bit of that mascara and run it through. I feel like it just matches the vibes of my bottom lashes. That's why I like it so much. Okay, so now I'm going to do my lips. And for my lips, I'm going to take, I usually use the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0, but I've run out, unfortunately. But I'm going to use this Juvia's Place lip liner. It's a lot darker than what I would normally use, but sometimes I like that dark outer line vibe. So I'm going to use that today. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Sun Baked. And this is the Kiko Milano lip gloss in the shade 20. This lip gloss here, I love the consistency. I love the colors, so good. And this is the Kiko. And that's how I like kind of like dissolve the dark outline. And now I'm just going to set everything again with the Charlotte Tilbury. And then I go on top with my dewy set. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and let's hit that around my face. And last but not least, sorry, this is the whole shebang. This is what I do. My makeup does not move. I take the Revolution Super Hold Spray in the center of my face. I drench my face, but not to the point where it's dripping. You don't want your face to be dripping, trust me. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. This is how she's looking. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment down below if there's any video you'd like me to do. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay prayed up.